Welcome back to Metroid Dread. Where even are we? Right, I remember what we did last time. We doomed a planet. And we woke up some EMMIs, so we're going back into the EMMI zone. Yeah, because we got that. Got us plasma. So, I kind of like... or I shouldn't say kind of like... sometimes it takes all y'all giving me a hard time for me to step up and try to do something that's maybe a little outside of my comfort zone. And with Dread, it's... I've mentioned before, I mentioned it during Splatterhouse 3D, I'm a naturally defensive player. So, when I see a new enemy or whatever, I'm going to keep my distance. I'm going to try to fight them as as safely as possible, even if that means taking a very long time. But the more comfortable I get with something, the more outgoing I can be. And let me tell you, I'm already doing a lot better of that in Dread than I did my first run through. Boy, if you think I'm taking a long time to do stuff this time around. And I even think some things like, I mentioned the beam is kind of underpowered. Feels underpowered. And somebody pointed out that they feel it's not that the beam is underpowered, it's that the charge beam is underpowered. Because it effectively becomes that if you can just mash, you can do more damage per second than your charge beam. But I think some of my complaints with that are also that I should be taking advantage of other means of fighting enemies, such as, say, countering. And on that note, one thing people have pointed out since almost the start of this is the running melee. You have the counter and the running melee. I have pretty much never used the running melee. I've mentioned I'm a kind of lock and key player, and I've never been introduced to a lock that needed to be solved with that. But what I should do then is do some experimentation. See what's going on with it. Maybe it'll end up being more useful than I expected. Another thing is the dash. And I don't think of using that as often, so I'm going to try to be more aware of it as an option, even in getting around. I think there were some places before, just in the last handful of videos, that I thought, I'm not sure I can get over there. And, I can do that. Or even twice. Or thrice. I have a good means of moving horizontal distances. And that actually means that, technically right now, I could go... Was it here? It was here. I could go... here, probably. I'm not going to right now. We're in the middle of something. But yeah, I'll try that. I'm going to try to be aware of that. There are also any number of times that I try to, jump over an enemy or something, and probably just doing that would be more helpful. Another note, and I have one more after this, and then I'm done responding to the various comments that I've gotten since the last recording session that I did. As expected, I've criticized games before as being over-tested and over-researched. Because I feel like when that happens, what you end up with is a very sterile game experience doing exactly what a corporate entity wants you to do. It loses all personality, and you're stuck on a very defined experience. And this game it absolutely was over-tested, but they did it in the best way possible. Instead of using that to push down and enforce their idea of what they want the game to be, they instead used it to create even more ways to play the game and to make the gameplay itself as smooth as possible. And this is where I've mentioned several times now, the actual gameplay in this game is unbelievably good. It's unbelievably smooth. The connection between what I want to do and what I'm going to do is virtually 100%. It's like the game has to go that extra step to almost read your mind. And there's a ton of little things with that. Such as, for example, I'm not going to go into the detail about it, but somebody in the comments pointed out the grapple swinging and going back between the points, and that there was a lot of little things they did to make that so easy. They also made the beam way longer. Look at how friggin' long this beam is. And they made it work with stuff like the spider climb walls. But another thing with that is, when I first introduced the flash step, or whatever the heck it's called, I mentioned you had to press the button to ready it and then press a direction. And someone pointed out, oh, you don't actually have to do that. You can just be running and tap A, and you do it. In fact, you can be running and tap A, and then continue to tap A, and even though you're, like, moving, it'll let you get your 3 steps in. And it's just little things. A mountain. A literal mountain of little things that make this experience so smooth. Like, you don't have to worry about that. You can just do it. And that leads to the very last thing, which I'm not sure if I'll have the opportunity to do anything about. Well, yeah, I can do it. Oh yeah, now that I've got plasma, I can just wreck. Yeah, this guy's... I don't like it. Stop that. Is this enough room? It is true. So someone pointed out that one of the most difficult things to do for me, as far as like regular-ish gameplay goes in Super Metroid, is shine sparking in the air. It is... I found it equally difficult to do in this game. Like, you have... Like, I'm in the air spinning. If you, like, break out of the spin and you're falling, and you can, okay, I'll hands off the controller. I have to break out of my spin. Then I have to, like, hands off the controller, and then I can press jump. And it's just a really awkward dance you have to do with your hands. And it ends up being very imprecise and generally doesn't feel great. And you want to know, they knew that. So if you press jump and shoot at the same time, it overrides all of that. And you just do your mid-air shine spark. And that makes that so easy! It's just another... And there's so many things. Between that and, like, your Mock Ball and Shine Spark Ball, and there's so many little things in this game that are completely unnecessary in order to complete the game. And in order to complete the game with a good experience. And they don't tell you how to do any of them. Which I genuinely like. Like, it's a little bit of discovery and learning, and it took somebody in the comments saying, hey, you can do this, and now I do it, and it's like, holy crap! This is a good game! This is a good game, okay. Okay, so this EMMI turned back on, and this is going to be a fun experience to deal with him. My first goal is going to be, yeah, the top is going to be a whole big hullabaloo. So my first goal is probably going to be going out one of those doors. Don't know where he is. I saw a mark up top. I made it! Oh crap! Where's my button? Where's my button? What is it? I forgot what button it was! Please leave. Please? Can you? Can you? Thank you. Thank you, finally. Dude's leaving. What? I can't. Well, I'm dead. Later, nerd! I'm just gonna leave. Okay, so something you may have noticed from that guy is this is the guy we saw freeze one of the little floaty dudes. This guy never actually enters pursuit mode. He always stays in search mode. However, if he pings you with his little, like, viewing visor, which would normally put him into pursuit mode, instead of putting him into pursuit mode, that freezes you, leaving you unable to move for a moment. Which usually then is enough for him to catch up to you, and that's that. But this does mean if you manage to break free, oh, it was right here, dang it! Oh. Hey, got that. Oh, okay, so we can't get that yet. Can I do this in Morph Ball? They let you do it in Morph Ball mode. It's all the little things, like I said. It's just someone probably sat down at one point and said, "Oh, I wanted to use this during Morph Ball mode, but I couldn't." Okay. We'll let you do it while you're morphed. Okay, so we got bomb blocks, but we can also continue this way. And that block will let us go back into the EMMI zone. Oh, and this is just a save room. No, it's a map room. I'll take a map room, too. Gives us some idea what we're in for. Okay. I like how quick that save is. Just, boop, there we go. Oh, note of super missiles. Small note on super missiles. Hey, when you fire them, they've got the green tip. That's a super missile. You also, despite the fact that they do so much more damage, you can't fire them nearly as fast as regular missiles. Like regular ones, you could just go ba 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 ba. Well, like supers, you go. So. Okay, well, our goal now is probably going to be going through and making it to this store? Or that one. Not much to do here otherwise. Alright, in we go. Where are you going? Where are you going? Can ya? Give me my juice back. Dang it, I gotta go through this hot mess again. Can't. I said don't do this to me. Just leave. Ah, he heard me. Still heard me. Get up there. Alright, we did it. We made it. And there's not even anything else to do here because that is an EMMI valve. Saw a little bit of what's going on up here. Man, plasma makes dealing with them so nice. Oh, I think I have to go that way. Hey! Rude. Yeah, because I can't go up there yet. Because I can't jump up that yet. Yeah, you can't flash shift underwater. I swear you can do this. I saw somebody do it. Ah, well. I'm not gonna waste my time on it now. Let's go back in. Man, we just gotta run through the whole friggin' EMMI zone here. Oh, if this is what I think it is, I think this was my absolute least favorite area. Maybe not my least favorite, but this one was one of the most frustrating areas. Because going through here, the EMMI, like 99% of the time, is right on the other side of one of these two doors, and you don't know until you go in. Okay, that door just opens. That door just opens there. EMMI's down below, so we're good for now. I've never seen the EMMI spawn down below. I died here like 8 billion times. Maybe I didn't die 8 billion times? Maybe I didn't die 8 billion times? But boy, do I remember, like, I'd walk right in here and just go, okay, I'm gonna go. I'll even wait. I'll wait right here so I have some idea where he is, and I think it's safe. And then I walk through this door, and the second I walk through the door, he's right here, freezes me, kills me. God dang it. Okay, so we got these idiots we can't do anything about. Got an idiot up here we can't do anything about. I kind of hit every button at the same time and hoped that something would happen. So I'm glad that worked out. We're going to have a hard time with that one. Ah! And then we're down here! So as soon as we can move this thing, we have access back to the bottom half of the map without having to go through a whole bunch of crap. This thing is going to be trouble, and I think technically we can get it now, but it's not really worth my time. Let's see here. How would I have to do that? Okay, so I can get on top of that one. Like, to be fast enough to be able to yank this thing out before this thing collapses, I have to jump down and land on it. Yeah, and I can't make that jump. I think if I come up from up here and, like, hop down, I could land there. I'm gonna have a hard time getting up there, though. And you can't make this jump. I tried that. I mean, you can, but you have to grab onto the ledge, which starts the countdown timer. I can do it now, like, I don't know, man, I could bomb jump my way all the way to the top or something dumb. But it's not worth my time. I'm not gonna worry about it. Minor power-up at best. Hi. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, no, I remember. See, you didn't see a spark. You didn't see the sign, so you can't counter. Why do you have so much health, friend? Gonna try to counter his butt and see what happens. Hey, can I jump that high? Sure can. Okay. Okay. Can I do anything over there anyway? I don't think I can, because I think there's a door that requires these stupid things. Okay. Not gonna let me kill myself? Ooh, red door usually means power. I kind of want to try to get in there anyway, but I don't think I can. Ooh, interesting. So crumble blocks in prior games, at least my knowledge of something like Super Metroid, you could touch from the side. But these you can't even touch from the side. Like, you touch from the side, they still crumble. Not worth my time to try to figure that one out. Okay, in we go. You got something good for me? Got a guy. Being a weirdo. Okay. This looks like a way back. No, that's a launcher, so I can go that way. I want to see what's in the other direction first, though, because Launchers can be one way, and I don't want to get... Oh, butts. I just wanted to see what was up here. Guess not. Guess I'm going through the launcher. Wait. Heck is that? Heck is that? It's effectively a double jump. You cannot do it straight up, though. So it's like the space jump, but once. And I actually really like this. It gives you some much-needed mobility, some much-needed height. It lets you get around more without going full, here's the space jump. And it kind of replaces the high jump boots, I guess you could say. Not only does it let you do more than the high jump boots, by giving you more control in that way, but in general, the reason the double jump is so prevalent in platformers is because it gives you so much more air control. And, like, the high jump boots give you a much higher jump, so you have the same range of possible destinations, more airtime in that regard, but you lose control because of it. And now we can use it here! Okay, there's actually nothing up here, because I can't deal with that. And these we'll have to come back to later. Like, especially when the space jump is endgame, really. Like, the ability to fly is kind of... No. How about I just smack you around some? Does that work? And, like, the space jump is distinctly endgame. Like, the ability to fly. You could just go anywhere. I want to go up there. How do you get up there? Oh, you get up there with the things that we can't do. So we're going this way instead. Way. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, he went into angry mode. Yeah, I'm way over here, buddy. What do you think's gonna happen? It's a good time to get a couple extra hits in when he's, like, on the wall, but... I hit the wrong button. Do I have to do the entire second phase again? There we go. If you get that second counter, you don't have to hit any buttons. You just kill him. Alright, dead. These guys are alright. You'll fight them several times. but they're alright. I don't think I've ever really had a ton of trouble with them. So the flash step, or whatever the heck it's called, that thing, it does not make you immune. So, like, hey, enemies in your way, you can't just go voop through them. You're just gonna go voop into them. But little things like using it in the air to get over them, I always just jumped over them. But doing that's probably better at getting me out of their way. Okay, now comes the time when we can do this. I didn't hit the button. I didn't start pulling fast enough. Got it. I hate you. Button is missiles. Oh, energy part. Not minor, actually. I mean, kind of minor. There's still only so much we can do. Like, we did all this cool stuff over here, but we got all these friggin' fire things in the way, and we gotta get ice from the dude back here before we can do anything about that. So, with that behind us, yeah, we kind of just have to go back in. Where are we going once we go back in? Oh, we can go up this way now. Because as the guide said, and as you saw right here, or when you collected the item as you saw right here, you can use this underwater, but you cannot gain height without, you know, gravity. But that does let you gain width. So anyway... Not the button I wanted to hit, but I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to call it a day. And I will say, until next time, everyone, we're going back over here, which means back into the EMMI zone, which means we're probably going to take out the EMMI. We don't have a lot left going on over here. And then ice.